Hi, room 153. Today for ELA, we are going to say hello to each other, which we just did, and we're going to stretch up to the sky to get our bodies ready to learn. Then we're going to talk about some ways we can share our happiness with each other and with other people. And that's important because we are going to read the news to you this week, which is called Sharing Happiness. And then we are going to make the news to you recipe, which is rainbow fruit salad. So let's get ready to stretch up to the sky, okay? We're gonna put our hands right above our head as high as we can and stretch up to the sky, and we're gonna pull as high as we can, and we're gonna count to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, my body feels ready to go. Now we're going to talk about some ways we can share happiness with other people, which I think is really important. So I'm going to put some paper up here, and I'm going to write some ideas down. We'll think about ways we can share our happiness with others. I know one way that we can share our happiness is to smile at other people, right? When we smile, it shows that we're happy, and people say a lot that smiling is contagious, which means when one person smiles, it sort of makes someone else smile too. So if you smile at me and I see how happy you are, it's going to make me smile. Another way we can share our happiness, let's think. Another way that we can share our happiness with one another is to tell someone how good we're feeling, right? I know that in morning meeting, we always have a check-in of how we're feeling. So we tell others if we're feeling happy and in the green zone, or we can share if we're not feeling happy either. But here we're talking about ways to share happiness. So that's one way we can tell someone how we are feeling. Okay, the news to you for this week is called Sharing Happiness. Many people are staying home more now. They are helping to stop the spread of the coronavirus. Some people may feel sad or scared. People are sharing happiness to help others feel better. People are sharing happiness in their neighborhoods. Some people are putting lights onto their homes. People are putting lights onto their trees too. Others see the bright lights at night. The lights can help others feel better. I know this is true in my town. Some people have put their Christmas lights back up on the outsides of their house so that when cars drive by, they have something fun to look at. Some people play musical instruments on balconies, on porches, and in yards. Others in the neighborhoods listen to the music. They may sing or dance in their yards. The music can help others feel better. Music helps Carly feel better all the time. That's one strategy I use when I'm feeling sad. Some people are making chalk art to share happiness. People draw with chalk on sidewalks and driveways. They write happy messages too. Others see the chalk art. The chalk art may help them feel better. Some people are putting teddy bears into their windows. This is what the people in my town did. And everyone could drive around and see all of the teddy bears in each other's windows. It was really cool. Others walk through the neighborhoods. They look for the teddy bears in the windows. They count the teddy bears they see. The teddy bears can help others feel better. Some people are painting pictures of rainbows. They put the pictures into their windows. The pictures are colorful. Others see the pictures. The colorful pictures can help them feel better. We know that from art class at school, right? Seeing all the awesome drawings and paintings, they always put a smile on my face. Many people are staying home more now. They are not going to restaurants, movie theaters, schools, or playgrounds. People may feel sad about missing their friends. People may feel scared about the coronavirus. I know that I felt sad when I couldn't see my 153 friends, so I love seeing them in morning meeting and in other classes. It makes me happy to see their faces. Sharing happiness can help others feel better. People are sharing happiness in their neighborhoods. They are sharing happiness with lights, music, chalk art, teddy bears, and pictures. What can you do to share happiness? Well, I know that we share happiness with each other at morning meeting every day, right? We talk about how we're feeling. We have celebrated some birthdays. We play games together. That's all ways that we can share happiness and get to see our friends and teachers at the same time. The coronavirus. The coronavirus is a new illness. People want to stop the spread of the coronavirus. They are staying home to help stop the spread. The coronavirus makes some people very sick. It spreads quickly from person to person. Yeah, we've talked about germs before in our class, right? We just make sure that we wash our hands after we use the bathroom, or we touch something messy, maybe before we're going to eat. So it's always good to wash your hands and use sanitizer sometimes. Just stay safe. Neighborhoods. People are sharing happiness in their neighborhoods. A neighborhood is a community. People live near each other in neighborhoods. A neighborhood may have houses, apartment buildings, trees, sidewalks, and streetlights. Oh, there's our recipe for later. Knock, knock. Who's there? Share. Share who? Sure is good to help others. I have a joke. Tell me, where do horses live? I don't know. Where? In neighborhoods. Get it? Because horses say neigh. All right, now we are on the game page. We are going to choose the pictures that are not about sharing happiness. So ones we didn't hear about in the story. The first line has share, dentist office, dance, and better. We are going to pick the one that is not about sharing happiness. Well, since the first picture is the word share, we definitely heard about that. And I know that they talked about making people feel better. And one of the ways was music. There was either playing instruments or singing or dancing. But I don't remember anybody talking about the dentist office. So that's going to be my choice.
Dentist office.
All right, for row 2, universe, window, home, and sad. I know that they talked about how some people are feeling sad because they're not getting to go to all the places they're used to going. So that was talked about. I know we have to stay home, so that was also talked about. Remember the part of the story where they talked about the teddy bears and people putting them in their windows to make others feel happy when they walk by? So they did also talk about window, but no one mentioned anything about universe.
Universe.
All right, the next one. Teddy bear, happiness, rainbow, and Wild West. Well, they did talk about putting the teddy bears out, which makes others feel happy. They also talked about drawing rainbows to make people feel better. But I don't remember anybody mentioning the Wild West. That doesn't have anything to do with our story, so I'm going to pick that one.
Wild West.
Row 4, sidewalk, lights, volcano, musical instruments. Well, the sidewalk with the chalk art and the lights being put out and the musical instruments were all ways people in different neighborhoods are trying to share their happiness and spread their joy with others. But I don't think that would work with a volcano, though that might be a cool, fun science experiment for home, but that's definitely not in our story.
Volcano.
And the last row, neighborhood, pilot, chalk art, and paint. Well, chalk art and paint are some ways that people are sharing their happiness or just making themselves feel better, right? Even if it's not for anybody else, it just makes us feel good. And they talked about neighborhoods. So I'm going to pick pilot because that was not mentioned.
Pilot.
Okay, and now for the review page. What is this paper about? Our choices are Greta Thunberg and Earth. That was our story from last week. Sharing happiness or Stress Awareness Month. Well, this was all about sharing happiness, so that is definitely my choice.
Sharing happiness.
Number 2. What are people helping to stop the spread of? Coronavirus, gossip, or butter? They talked here about the coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Number 3. Where are people sharing happiness? In deserts, forests, or neighborhoods? Well, while some people might be sharing happiness in the deserts and forests, in this story they talked about in a neighborhood. And that might include your house or an apartment or wherever you may live, but it talked about neighborhoods. Number 4. What are people playing in their yards? Tennis, checkers, or musical instruments? Well, even though you could be playing any of those things in your backyard, because it's good to get outside, in this story they talked about musical instruments.
Musical instruments.
Number 5. What are people drawing on with chalk? Sidewalks, cars, or roofs? I think it might be hard to draw on your roof. And we wouldn't really want to draw on a car. So they talked in the story about drawing on the sidewalks. This way, when other people are walking by, they can read your messages and all the happiness you were trying to share. If you wrote them a note, stay safe or have a great day, that might really help make someone feel good.
Sidewalks.
Number 6, what kind of lights are people putting on their homes? Night lights, holiday lights, or traffic lights? So I did mention at the beginning, some people in my neighborhood were putting their Christmas lights back up. So I'm going to go with holiday lights. Night lights are the little ones we have in our rooms at night for when it might be, we just need a little bit of light, but not a lot. And traffic lights, that would be confusing for everyone driving. So it's holiday lights.
Holiday lights.
Number 7, what is another word for happiness? Feel, joy, or scared? Well, happiness is a feeling, but we're looking for another word that means the same thing as happiness. And feeling can mean a whole bunch of things, not just happiness. Scared doesn't sound like the same thing as feeling happy. So joy, however, sounds like you're feeling very happy. So I'm going to pick joy.
Joy.
And number 8, what are people looking for in windows? Stuffed animals, curtains, or pets? Well, you might see all of those if you walk by somebody's house. But they talked about how people were putting their teddy bears out. And then people can walk around and go on kind of a bear hunt. You know, like that book and that song. I'm going on a bear hunt. So that's what people were doing. So I'm going to pick stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals.